Hi, how are you? Good afternoon. It's Jeff with STEM Fitness, sponsored by Officials 101. I want to talk today about the infield fly rule. This is my first in series of a bunch of videos talking about some poorly understood or misunderstood rules in baseball. So the infield fly rule basically goes like this. It is inserted as a protection, okay? It's only used when there are runners in first and second or runners in first, second, and third. The main part of the variable is there has to be somebody on first and second, and there has to be less than 2 outs, okay? So if there's 0 outs or 1 outs, the infield fly rule is in effect. And here's what it is. If the ball can be caught by an infielder with reasonable effort, then the infield fly rule is invoked, the batter is out, and the runners from first and second, or third in this case, maybe, are not forced to advance, okay? So in other words, basically the rule just removes the force, so the runners no longer have to move off of their base. Now, if they're off their base and then an appeal is immediately made before they return to the base, they're still out, okay? So some of the confusion comes in with, like, you know, what do the runners have to do? Well, the runners really just have to stay put. So if there's a situation where the infield fly rule is in effect, runners are taught to wait at the base, okay, if a second baseman or a shortstop or third or first is about to make a catch, because that means that they're gonna have to be able to stay where they are, okay? Even if the ball is dropped, the batter is still out, okay? The purpose of this rule is to prevent the fielder from intentionally dropping the ball and then getting a forced play at third or home or second and at first, because with those runners getting hung up in between the base, what are they going to do? You know, so that's basically the purpose of the rule, is just to prevent that sort of easy double or triple play possibly. Now, it only applies to pop flies that can be caught by an infielder. That also doesn't necessarily mean that the fly ball has to be in the infield, okay? Because generally a shortstop, second baseman, even third or first sometimes, they're at the back of the dirt. So they can move back 5-10 steps and still catch the ball with a reasonable effort. That still qualifies as infield fly rule, okay? Umpires usually declare this as soon as possible so that the runners and the fielders know that the batter is out and that nobody is forced to advance, so everybody can basically stay put and kind of protect themselves. Umpires are usually very loud. They'll usually raise their finger up in the air to indicate that. So that's the infield fly rule in a nutshell. If you have any more questions about the infield fly rule, please feel free to comment on this video or send a tweet to STEM Fitness Jeff. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to be awesome.